Good dawning, and welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself. My name's Josh, or used to be known as Mr. Floyd here. Welcome, and grateful to who is here, and thank you guys. Yeah, let's see what's right here. Clint, good dawning, brother. And if you didn't see Clint's post there, I highly recommend you check out his channel there, the Gen X Effect. And favorite Clint, I highly respect your decision there, and yeah, we gotta handle our own stuff, and favor, grateful to see you here, though. Love you, man. And big healing favor, man. It's the mystery, right? Yeah. Um, Barney, why put off till tomorrow what you can do if you can do it the day after tomorrow? Yeah, why put it off at all? If you can do it next year, that's even better, right? Or if you don't have to do it at all, that's probably the best, right? No, just kidding. But yeah, there we go. So welcome, guys. Grateful. Yeah, you keep trucking on here, but waiting for something to shift, right? There we go. So yeah, so how are we? I did do laundry yesterday, so that's a start. There we go. Favor. I gotta. Well, actually, I really don't have to do laundry, but it's always an option, right? Grateful. But yeah, so what's going on, guys? How are we doing? Today is Tuesday, and yeah, so today, I don't know. Teresa should be live. Wombs to Wisdom. I don't know if Hershey's going to be live or not. The Shadow Reader, but otherwise, yeah. So what do we got there? Who's here? Just a few of us. Lindsay, good dawning, Lindsay. Beautiful soul. How's Ohio treating you there? Are you getting used to seeing everything in the imperial system and all the America's an interesting spot. So you spend more than a few days in any American location there. It's ooh, an interesting place to be right now. So yeah. So how are you finding Ohio? All right. You can't really say much, right? When you're flipping cards, and then the bam, the 11 comes out, right? That's, do you remember 1111, right? The universe is like, hello, right? So, patience. It's a virtue, but it's kind of driving me. Patience. It's not. Calm, reflection, understanding, timing, awareness, thoughtfulness. And we have to wait for the universe. There's nothing we can do, right? I'm not. I'm just sitting here. I'm not as in control as I think I want to be. Ohio's been good, fantastic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And my second load is still in the dryer, as well as I'll try not to leave it for 4 days. Oh, favor. Yeah, that's always. You ever leave it closed in the dryer, like, and then they're just not dry enough, right? And you come back and it's like, oh crap, and you gotta rewash them. I actually like folding laundry. Oddly enough, I hate folding laundry. I don't mind doing laundry because I just think about how you'd have to go back and beat it on a rock, right? We're not sitting along the yeah Ganges River or something, banging clothes exactly in the river. So I'm not really arguing. But all right, changes are coming to your life, and you need to be aware of them. Don't rush to conclusions before you have all the information. Take your time. Will prevent harm to others. Will prevent harm to others and ensure thoughtful decisions. In what areas of my life do I need to practice more patience and wait for more of the full picture energy? Then the second card came out. Two of them flipped out. So we get two number cards. We're going to use them, right? So the second one is, they tie together, right? 1551. One is you, five is change. But in this case, it's saying keep your dreams. Dreams, focus, faith, courage, and of course, goals and spirit. So keep your dream. Focus on the positive and stay dedicated to your desires and outcomes. It is the time to invest in your faith and efforts into your ideas and pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Your spirit is beautiful and courageous. So it's asking you to have patience and keep the faith. So I guess I will do so. So where are you needing to keep the faith and have patience and Your universe. It's the question of the day, right? All right, so I actually still have the Hero's Journey cards out from yesterday. I didn't put them away. So we'll put those back. And where is Kuan Yin? All right, let's see what we get from Kuan Yin and get the face cards out of here. I like finding pairs of socks and folding underwear. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really fold. I just roll my boxer brief. Now everything's in a bin, so it doesn't matter. But in my dresser, I didn't even move my dresser. So when I get a place, I'll have to get a dresser at some point because the IKEA dresser doesn't really travel well. It fell apart. All right. Welcome, guys. Grateful to have everybody here. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell too. Thursday, we're going to go live Thursday at about 11. And my guests here, we'll do live Oracle channeling and one-on-one. So I'll take an hour after good dawning, and then we'll go live again. And then I can go DoorDash and whatnot. 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, that's perfect. I've got an oil change at 3, so as long as I'm out of here by 2, then we'll fit. So, hey, there you go, somebody. Application update. Somebody just viewed my application. So, yeah, so, Thursday, 11 a.m., 11, 12, 1. So 11, 1, 11 my time, 1 East Coast. I will go live with Oracle, channeling, and tarot cards. And we will endeavor to do more tarot. But yeah. You're having a... No. We're going to go... I'm not having a guest. We're going to go live like I did before. Just one-on-one sessions with Oracle and channeling and such. So if you are down with that and want to... get a one-on-one session live, not Memorex, then we can do that. So we'll be live on Thursday. You can talk to the guide, Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo Calf Woman. My guide Ron said he'll come through too if you want to talk to Ron. But there we go. All right, so today's card is from Kuan Yin, legal. So we can do that first. I've got a couple other announcements. I'm going to be dismantling the Discord server. We'll go over that. The Yin Empress. The Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, and success to her beloved devotees. Your sole purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine. The Yin expresses herself. You gain power, assistance, and untold blessings in following your sole purpose. You are lifted and supported in your sacred work now. Be at peace, and you shall thrive. So I'm just going to let go and see, with all these cards here, and just trust, right? Because that's all we can do. From this end, we are going to be dismantling the Discord server as of March. Not yet, but not till March. But as of March 6th, Discord's going to require that everybody uploads their federal or government state-issued IDs, and then every time you log in. That means you can't stay logged in. So every time you go in the Discord, it'll take a picture of your face and do facial recognition, AI, and yeah. And so it's not going to be the same Discord anyways, because you can't just answer a question or send somebody something without them going, oh, yeah, it's me, click, and then answering the question. If you click out of Discord, then you got to go, oh, yeah, it's me again, click, and then go back into Discord. So yeah, so we're going to end up killing the Discord server because they're basically going teen safety settings default. And of course, they're going to be monitoring everything now in real time via AI, and of course, reporting things back to local authorities. So we're done with Discord as of March 6th when it goes all full AI. When it transcribes what you're doing, sending it to local authorities, when you have to take a physical picture of yourself just to answer the question that somebody's sending you on Discord, or so yeah, the server will be down as of March 5th. I will kill it. So yeah, so we're done with Discord. I'm hearing the same thing's going to be. Signal is being taken down by the government. I'm hearing that WhatsApp as well it could be doing the same thing. And so yeah, so all those things that we used to use, gone, pretty much. And so, like we say, this is that's where we're at, right? We kind of understand that the shift in the internet, right? And so that's where we're at. So yeah, so the Discord server is gonna go bye-bye. Oh, did I miss Ron? No, no, Ron. No, what I was saying about Ron is that he's willing to. He was looking for you specifically because Thursday we're going to go live with one-on-one channeling and Oracle, and no, and I mentioned that Ron will also come through, and he was looking for you. But so yes, so if you haven't known that, my guide Ron, right, occasionally looks for talks to karma, right, and so horses trigger hope. So yeah, works with karma just a little bit. Like some of our guides kind of interlap. Like karma's guide works with me. We did set up for monetization on the channel, but now we're not going to run like crazy ads or anything during lives. No, I won't do that, but we will monetize as we can. He should know I'm a little tardy usually. There we go. So yeah, so no, basically, as of March 6th, the Discord server will be gone because yeah, they're doing what they're doing, and I really don't want to be on that kind of platform. I mean, YouTube's going to start doing those things too, right? They already do AI transcript your entire live, and then filter it. But yeah, but if Discord's going to start doing things like that, and no, and then if they don't like what they see, then they said they're going to send things to based on your location to your local authority. No, not that we're doing anything wrong. It's just the idea, right? It's like that whole. We know what's happening, and it's the internet 2.0 is coming out, right? Yeah, I mean, as it stands, I can and all. They're already talking about, and Spain just started one, so it's going to happen here too, right? So when you log into the internet in Spain now, they just announced it. You're going to have to you get an ID for the internet, and it's a trackable number that tracks you across, not like your your number, your DSN number, DNS number, but it'll track you across the internet, and yeah, so anything that you say and do, you're tagged, and so you don't have any more anonymity, and you can't be anonymous if you don't put in your legal name as it states, then it's a felony, and you can't do that in Spain. So these things are coming around, and so yeah, so all the discords are all that stuff. We're gonna drop all that for now, but yeah, so I missed one. He should know I'm a little tight. So yeah, so it's gonna get interesting, but yeah, and we're here as long as we can be here, right? But even that, YouTube's no longer promoting lives generally, and they won't be promoting the YouTube papers for 2026 to de-promote long form and just go all bag into 3 minute or less shorts, right? So we'll see what happens here, but one day at a time. But yeah, so March 5th will be the end. That night, I'll pull the Discord down because yeah, I'm not gonna go logging, giving him my photo ID, and then every single time, wait, Grace, put up a picture. Ching. Let me go see it. No, I don't feel like doing that. Not personally, but that's just me. But I don't know. All right, guys. So yeah, so let's mosey through on with that, and yeah, as the world turns, right? And we all knew it would take this turn. We didn't. I mean, but actually, we kind of expected it earlier, did we not? So yeah, as the world turns, as the gates come down. Henny! Hi, Henny. How are you, beautiful soul? If you don't know who Helene is, she is an amazing, beautiful comedic soul. And yeah, as Thursday, we're going to go live Thursday at 11 my time, which would be 1 o'clock East Coast, Helene. We're going to do live one-on-one channeling, oracle, and cards like we did before. So if you want a reading, you are welcome to have one. Join us. But yeah, based on what I saw last time, I don't see you moving. Not anytime soon. So, all right. So let's see what we get from Goddess Isis. We're gonna take the bottom card here. All right, Queen of Heaven. There we go. I used to live across the church from the church, Mary Queen of Heaven. Blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. There we go. So, Queen of Heaven. So let's see what we've got here. Q. There we go. I think I just passed it. Queen of Heaven. There we go. All right. Blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. The Queen of Heaven, the Divine Empress of the Skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now as a man or a woman. You have a life path, spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom to this world. So if we tie these together there with the Yin Empress, the 11, and the keep your dream going with the 1551 here, we're really in space here. So I can't really argue. letting go. That's the hardest part, right? Just trusting and letting go. But the cards don't generally lie, right? And David, hi. Is David here? Latusha. Josh and everyone in the chat. Hi, welcome, Latusha of Serendipity. Welcome. Hi. Grateful to see you. All right, so we're gonna do one more card here, or one more set of cards. I'm gonna just go real basic here. Let's see what the day has for us. I rate you outside of dashing, right? But more door dashing. All right, David is hopefully feeling okay. He's just stepped out. Grandma gave us homemade soup, and but you're there. So if David's not feeling well and you're there, that's the best remedy, right? Right, Lindsay? There couldn't be any better remedy because you don't have to sit on the phone and be like, "Oh, you're not feeling well," but you're right there. So that's your love is the best remedy, right? Generally speaking. Act really pretty, striped and white mix. All right, let's see what we've got. We're gonna cut the cards here from the basic mind info oracle deck. And I have been working behind the scenes a little bit, studying some tarot and such. Not much, but so we will start integrating the tarot in the Good Dawning. It'll just be slow go with me working on the tarot. I've been doing a lot of tarot work through a Morg, if you know Morg, M-O, Morg. I posted him on my channel. The Neogenian, but that's his deal. But yeah, no, but he does a lot of like the Kabbalah and the tarot and what's real with the tarot, not yeah. And so I've been watching some of those videos and trying to work on learning the tarot in a better way. Nice to meet you, Widget. I'll see you in a live soon. Welcome. All right, so let's see what we've got. We're gonna cut these. Bottom card is our energy and what we got to create, right? In top three, I mean. Undo trace. I do have a physical idea, like to create a physical object. I'm not going to go into what it is or anything, but yeah, if anybody has any help in manufacturing, right? When you have an idea that you know will work, right? You know, just I'll guarantee you this idea would work. So if anybody has any manufacturing experience, any experience bringing something from here into like physical state, let me know. Send me an email, mrfloydchannelings@gmail.com if you want to help. You can be a part of it if you want to help. But yeah, I don't know where to go, but I've got an idea here that could turn into something like in 3D. But first off, generally takes some sort of cash, but that we don't have. So if you want to angel invest, let me know. I don't have a business perspective. But yeah. All right, let's see what we've got. Today's cards. It's time. At the tone, the time will be, right? So that's pretty loud based on what we've got here. We've got patience on one end, and then it's time. So they're telling you to be patient because it's time. Maybe, right? We're tying the two together here as best we can. You're being asked to move forward towards the dream you've been carrying in your heart. So if anybody wants to help me manufacture something, send me an email, right? Because I'd have no idea how to start from in here, right? To making it something that's physical, right? I mean, yeah, you can think of an idea like I want a breakfast burrito and I can go make one, which I may do after the show. But nonetheless, that doesn't create. I mean, it creates in the physical. But when you have to manufacture, right? I need metal. I need like some frozen viscous gel, all kinds of things, right? But for my idea, and so yeah, so creating that, I have no idea where pull that out of the ether, right? But it would work. The idea would work. I've run around enough ideas in my to people without giving it away if they would want the item. But what's it called? I'll go into that at another point. But the chiller. We're gonna leave that alone. Detach. There's more to it, but yeah. Either way, if you're interested, send me an email and I'll discuss. It's something that isn't totally YouTube friendly. But and it kind of goes back to my older life, but yeah, it's an idea, a really good idea. I'm clueless. I follow the smell. Clint, I hope you made it out with your friend. Made it out with your friend this weekend. My favorite local barbecue in Gainesville. Yummy. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that has been holding on to, and generally, what are we detaching from? Generally, I'm detaching from expectations, most likely, right? What are you detaching from? For myself, it's expectations of my universe, time frames that I'm being told to slow down and wait for, right? When we hold on too tightly the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. So when you're asking where is X, Y, or Z, going to restrict where is X, Y, or Z. Trust the outcome that it will all work out and let go of your attachment to it. Boom. So it's time to detach, right? At the turn, the time will be to sit on your hands, right? Create. There you go. Detach but create. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. All right. So for Henny, then we're going to have to do and I am dashing today, so maybe we'll do a ramblings while I'm driving as well, right? So Helene, look out. Maybe this afternoon I will do it won't be live because it's easier that's hard to do live. It's better to do it live now than it would be in the summer because I don't have air conditioning in my car, and usually my phone will thermal out at some point in the car because it gets too hot. But I could do that now. But yeah, no, we'll do a ramblings. So keep your eyes open. You got to get the right dash though. But yeah, if we get a good dash, and some of those dashes are like drive 33 minutes. It's like what? It's like I took the wrong dash, right? Don't take a dash that's 33 minutes and $8. That's not going to work, right? Because then you get $8 in what? An hour. I did that the other day, and that was a big mistake. Or better yet, when they try to dash you out like 30 minutes, and it's like no tip. It's like, really? So you want me to go to Raising Cane's, order the food, then get it, because I have to order it at Raising Cane's, and then drive it all the way 33 minutes for zero tip, the minimum, right? Which would be like $2.49. So yeah, so no, we don't take those. But so yeah, open up. You're being asked, open your heart to another, and to let down your walls and trust that they have what's best for you. Yeah, for me that's generally not always the easiest. Scratch my back here. That's not always the easiest, right? Because I've been living with walls since I was like 2. So yeah, so how do you? So yeah, people are like, you have a wall behind you. I'm like, I do. I have no idea, right? But yeah, no, but tear down this wall, right? No, but yeah, so take down your wall, the Great Wall of China, right? No, but what wall is in front of you? Rainbow Road. What? I've been ruined. I've had so much championship barbecue that small barbecue joints just don't cut it often. Yeah, I've been ruined too. I've been to Memphis and woo-wee. When I used to eat oh my god. Yeah, it's crazy, right? The Rendezvous in Memphis. And yeah, so I've had some crazy yeah. Exactly, Clint. When you have a championship barbecue, and then you're like, let's go to Chili's for ribs. You're like, I'm gonna go throw up. Basically, it's not like you become a snob, but I totally dig it, Clint, because my ex, two girl, Lori, backwards, one of her best friend's husbands was a championship barbecue judge, right? And so we'd had all kinds of crazy barbecue. Like, try this, try this, try this. And so yeah, I get it. But yeah, he was a judge, and you go around like his job. Literally, what hell kind of a job is? How do you get this job, right? It's like the job of people. Like, what do you do? I house sit for people in Bali. It's like, what? Yeah, I'm the professional house sitter on the island in Bali, right? How do you get that job? Well, it's like this guy, right? He's a professional barbecue judge. So all he does 300 days out of the year, right? Basically, is on the weekends, is to go to and he's flown to barbecue festival after barbecue festival. Literally, all the guy does is just eat barbecue. I mean, he's healthy as a horse. He wasn't like overweight or anything, but he's like, and does just eat barbecue. Literally, I don't know how you get that job. I want that. I mean, back in the day, I would want that job, right? How do you get to just eat barbecue for a living, right? The guy who tests mattresses, right? As I'm looking for work here, it is kind of questionable. How do you get that job, right? Testing mattresses, right? Or the guy who has to test each batch of like chocolate, right? How do you get that job? I mean, obviously you have like a perfect palate, but seriously, and you probably never smoked, right? But how do you get that job? Or there's tons of them out there, right? I mean, how do you get these jobs, right? You make that. Well, I guess you could make that job, but no, like there's somebody at Hershey's, literally their job. And I wouldn't want to eat milk chocolate because it is kind of neurotoxic. It's not healthy for you, right? Dark chocolate be better, but you got to watch out for the lead and stuff, right? All the heavy metals in dark chocolate these days. Be careful. And yeah, so and lint chocolate. If you eat dark chocolate, lint. Do not buy lint dark chocolate. We're not knocking lint. It just came out in a study that it's got so much heavy metals in there. You might as well. You'd probably set yourself off with a metal detector. So there you go. But nonetheless, uh, but yeah, no. How do you get these jobs? That's what I want. I mean, not like I want maybe there we go. Let's do it. That would be a hell of a TV show. You ever watch Dirty Jobs? Remember Dirty Jobs? That was a great show, right? With Mike Rowe. Who's a cool Mike Rowe's great. But yeah. So you ever watch Dirty Jobs, right? So yeah, what about cool jobs, right? Like what's your job? I'm a mattress tester. And we just like 30 minutes or 40 minutes of somebody with commercials, right? Somebody doing mattress testing, right? Like how do you end up with that job? Crazy. That'd be a show. Dream jobs, right? No Hershey's. No Hershey's is BHT milk. I don't know if they use BHT in their milk, but every time I eat a Hershey's bar, I feel like I'm gonna like fall over. I'm all slug it. Like I don't eat Hershey's that often, but like if you're somewhere like in a business or something, and there's a little bowl of candy or something. Like if I'm door dashing right to a business, there's a little bowl of candy, right? And you, all right, I'll take a Hershey. You eat it, but I never feel, and I feel like gross afterwards, right? Like you, dark chocolate, I always feel great. Like I feel energized. Like they say, take a little bit of dark chocolate before you go to sleep. It helps. It helps you sleep and all. But yeah, no, milk chocolate is causes inflammation, and it's not good. It sets off your gut biome too, right? It's not good for your gut biome. It sets, yeah. Which you know what, crazy. I don't know how they linked. They just linked Alzheimer's. I'm not a medical guy here, but they just linked Alzheimer's to gut biome too, which is really an interesting deal. And that would make. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, that could make sense. I know my dad's diet, and maybe a favor, but gut biome. But oof. So yeah, it's time to detach, to create, and to open up. There you go. So that's about as loud as it can get. You don't even need to explain that, right? It just is, right? Lindsay, I am so ashamed. I have yet to go to. I've never had Texas barbecue either. I've had barbecue like in barbecue towns, right? Cincinnati actually, when I lived in Cincinnati, it was considered a barbecue town. Cincinnati used to be called Porkopolis. It was the number one pork distributing center in North America and the United States at one point. It's not anymore, but that's why Cincinnati is known with flying pigs and all that. But yeah, so there was two decent. There's still one. But Al Mars, the Rib King, I've had ribs there. But Cincinnati style ribs are completely different. Montgomery Inn is the joint. So if you ever end up in Cincinnati and you want barbecue ribs, you go to Montgomery Inn, and yeah, they do a little different there. It's like fancy, and then like I saw Marvin Lewis and some of the Bengals at Montgomery Inn many years ago. But yeah, so you go in there, and it's all sports memorabilia, and everyone's kind of dressed nice, and they tie the rib bib on. It's not nothing like going to eating Central Barbecue in Memphis. Holy crap! The greatest barbecue. I had ribs in Central Barbecue. I never cried. I've cried at two meals. I had a tomahawk steak at Jeff Ruby's, and that was okay. Three meals. The first time I ate at the Krishna Kitchen at the Rainbow Gathering was amazing too. But the tomahawk steak at Jeff Ruby's, the aged tomahawk steak that was like almost that was more than $200. Yeah, the whole plate. I mean, I didn't pay for it, but the whole plate was more. The steak was like 350. It was expensive as hell, but most expensive steak I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, that, and then I didn't pay for it, but I got to eat it, and grateful. And then Central Barbecue in Memphis. Holy shnipies! You ever heard of Central Barbecue there, Clint? Holy cow! There's right around the corner from the hotel that MLK was assassinated at. And yeah, it brought a little tear to my eye. It was I didn't realize that ribs were supposed to melt and like literally dissolve in your mouth. You don't have to chew them if they're cooked right, right? You know that. It's they're freaking amazing. If I were near Memphis, I'd almost consider not a vegan, unpescatarian and vegetarian myself. Just oh, good God, those ribs were so good. I it's exactly, yeah. All right, so Clint's been there too. So yeah, Central Barbecue right by the Lorraine. Yes, it's There's three of them in Memphis. We saw the other one, like one of the other ones on the other side of town. But yeah, freaking amazing. Yeah, and you hear me talk about eating rudimentary paste and not caring about. Oh, but if you've been to Central Barbecue, holy guacamole. It's like if you like pizza, right? If you've been Uno's or Duo's or the original Giordano's in Chicago, it's like, holy cow. All right, pizza is not. I didn't know what pizza was like, right? Holy cow. Watch my barbecue shorts. I will. So Clint maybe even has one from Central Barbecue is just ridiculous. And this is coming from a vegetarian, right? Holy cow. Yeah, exactly. It says it's no McRib. Well, they got sued. McRib got sued for stating that they weren't ribs. McDonald's did. Payne's Barbecue in Memphis, best pulled pork sandwich as a mustard. I love mustard slaw, like mustard barbecue, like mustard based barbecue sauce and slaw. Oh, fire! If I ever go back to meat, it would have to be over barbecue, right? Or another tomahawk ribeye, right? Tomahawk steak. But I don't think I'd ever go. I don't know if I'd ever go back to meat. But if I did, I'd be. It would be me staring at a rack of ribs and going, "All right, I give up." Pretty much. Let's be as real as we can here, right? There ain't much else that would want to do it. But, all right, so let's do some energy work here. We'll hit the tubular bells here for a moment, and again, thank you guys. I did not know about Krista there. She lost her dog, Yuki, and so I sent her a message on Discord, which, by the way, Clint and everybody else, and not too many more people here, but the Discord channel server will be gone March 5th at about 11:45. I will be killing our Discord server from this channel. We will not have a Discord server anymore. So sorry. Since Discord's going to require AI facial recognition, they will be monitoring what you state, maybe sending it to the local police. They will be, yeah, exactly, taking down things they don't like and requiring your government ID. We are not going to be using Discord any further as of March 5th. Goodbye, Discord. Yeah, Signal is supposed to be 86 by the G-Mint shortly, and WhatsApp is getting hammered to do the same general thing and shut down the phone calls like Discord too, because the cell phone companies are pissed off that they're losing money. So we'll see what happens here, but some of this is things are about to shift big time on the interweb, as we all know. Yeah, I knew this was coming, right? Yeah, so we're at the gatekeeper time, right? So we favor, and we see it on YouTube too, right? They not promoting lives, generally speaking. They're not promoting long form videos anymore, and they're just promoting 3-minute shorts. So yeah, there you go. So it's all starting to shift, and we just got to ride the wave, right? And eventually, maybe some of us here who are a little more, I mean, not me, but some of you guys do money and stuff too. It takes a lot of money, but maybe we create our own spiritual server instead, right? But who knows? But right now we're on their systems, and their systems are starting to lock down. So yeah, so Discord, go bye-bye. I don't know if you're on Victor's Discord through Truthwave there. I don't know what he's going to do, but it would require the same thing. So if you even want to stay on the server, first thing you'll have to do is upload and then let them have AI access to your voice and your face. So there you go. Yeah, I did do WhatsApp, but even WhatsApp is WhatsApp's about to go as well, and they're talking about recording phone calls and keywords, and because everybody's using it for crime, right? I mean, we all just sit around sit around thinking, I want to commit crime, so I need WhatsApp, right? Cancel that, but you get where we're going here. That's what and they want to protect. It's all for protecting the children. That's even here in Colorado, right? There's a humongous push here in Colorado to recriminalize weed, right? To make it illegal again, in order to protect the children. And they're only like 3 or 4 votes away from that whole coalition going, well, we're protecting the children by, because it's there is no opposition, and it's all the same. It's a uni party. It's one party in the Colorado State House and Senate and House, right? So that one party, they're only 3 votes, 4 votes away from sending a bill to the governor to make weed, to shut down recreational weed in Colorado. So yeah, all these things that we've had are all like going backwards really fast, and that's their stated goal. And so within a year, they're saying within a year or two they should have a year enough people to reach that goal. And so yeah, we were just at that point where it's like, in order for us, humanity, to wake up, we're gonna have to claw our way. Looks like we may be clawing our way out of certain things that we've had freedoms for that we may not shortly. But we all knew, again, we're on planet Earth. We all knew this was a possibility, right? Cancel that end spree. Not scary, because there's nothing scary about this when you think about it, because if anything were to happen to you as the avatar, you're just gone. You're just back in your old self. I'm just visiting planet Earth in a suit, right? And it's like my moon suit, right? I'm going to the moon. I got to wear, whether we did or not, I got to wear a suit, right? I got to create some sort of atmosphere for myself, right? And so if I'm on planet Earth, same difference, right? I got to wear a suit in order to get around. Then I could be orb, but then I would just be energy. Then you'd barely see me, and I'd be part of the 99.6% light spectrum that you don't see, right? Exactly, because this is a multi-dimensional field. You're just in one dimension on this toroidal field. So no, it doesn't make it. I mean, if anything were crazy, right? You slipped it and just, poof. All right, I'm back. Hi, it was fun, right? They took down Signal, and we couldn't play on Discord anymore. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, there you go. That's the way I see it. Doesn't really matter. I've gotten to the age where I just shake my head at this. Yeah, well, what's crazy is we're headed towards idiocracy, right? I mean, granted, we're not going to turn everything into electrolytes and like, well, the plants need electrolytes to live, man. No, they don't. But yeah, we're not going to turn our water fountains into Red 40 sports drink. But nonetheless, we're kind of headed that way in a twisted sort. But all of this clamping down, right? Is it going to? And you're going to see it a lot heavier once. Again, things happen. The things that are coming once it's there's that whole ring around the rosy that's going on the web, right? Of you know what, and pictures there. And once all that comes out, right, then it's going to get even worse. So just keep that. Not worse, but they're going to clamp down. Spain just introduced an internet ID, right? So yeah, there you go. So favor. You see what we see, right? Shoot. Discord is what we were using, me and David. Well, not anymore. So you get WhatsApp. Seriously, for now, just switch to WhatsApp, and you can call and video just as well for free. But even WhatsApp is kind of grumbling that things may change. So, but yeah. So for now, you can use Discord, Lindsay. But every so often, like generally daily, you'll have to like stand here and like verify your face to Discord. And you got to send your ID, driver's license, or your Canadian ID. You'll have to submit that to Discord. So, and they've turned on all this AI monitoring. So yeah, so they'll track you. They'll track what you're saying, all that stuff. And they've now gone in coordination with local authorities. So yeah, if you want to continue to use it, you can. You just have to realize all those things. And not that we're doing anything illegal, but it's the idea, right? It's the infringement on the right. It's like that. Did you see a Ring commercial? I didn't see it, but I heard about it on the Super Bowl, where you can now opt in, right? So that Ring can always look out your front door all the time. And they're doing it for dogs, right? The dog patrol or whatever. But no, that's not what that's for. It's to create the world's largest make outside one gigantic camera. So if you walk by a house that has a Ring camera that's facing out, you do realize the moment it senses you, it starts recording as you walk past. Right. And what you're saying as well. So yeah, so now they're linking them all to make one bigger camera. So, yeah. They're just by saying it's dogs. Like you can save your neighborhood by helping to find dogs. No, that's your consent to letting them stare out your front door 100% of the time, right? And then use AI like Bob Smith is coming to your door. Let's check Bob Smith in Interpol, right? That's what they're doing. Let's check Bob Smith's background, and then Bob Smith has a warrant. And next thing you know, the cops show up at your house. That's literally what they're doing. Bob Smith never called it. You don't let Bob Smith in the house. He's your friend. But Bob Smith had had a warrant from 10 years ago, right? And it got picked up by the Ring camera, right? It's exactly what they're doing. And then poof, there you go. And 5 minutes later, Bob's sitting there at your house drinking coffee, and then the cops swat into your house and grab Bob, right? Welcome to the new world. I need I need someone's dog. I read someone's dog was missing, and Ring turned on the neighborhood's camera. That's exactly it. Located the dog and sent the address to the dog. That's correct, but the neighborhood's camera, that's, you get the idea what the neighborhood's camera really is, right? Exactly. Alexa is an NSA plan. Well, I don't know. I would never have Alexa like sitting in my house. Like, Alexa, no, not at all. I not any stretch of the no Alexa, no. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because it may trigger on my phone. I don't think I think I turned it off, but okay, Google, all that crap, right? No, and no, thank you, nonetheless, right? I barely use the voice prompt on my phone. Like I won't text and talk. I'll just text. I won't say it because I don't want it to like algorithmic my voice. But yep, Clint. So anything could be stopped immediately, but only the stuff they want to find. True. Helping to find a lost dog, but sends pictures of the dogs throughout the neighborhood. Also sends pictures of everybody walking, and of course everybody whose picture it gets right as you're looking for your dog sends it to Interpol, sends it through the FBI's crime database, and sends it to your local police if need be. Right. So there you go with your location. Favor. Ah! Tragic. Oh, favor. All right, let's put on Do Not Disturb because that's. There we go. I know you guys can. It's weird on the Galaxy phones. You don't hear the notifications when they come through, even if I'm live. But on the Android, on the Google phone, you hear the note on the Pixel. You hear the notifications as they come through when I'm live. Was that what was the commercial for Ring? Yes, it was for Ring. Correct. Which is also connecting rings, connecting themselves to Palantir. So that's always fun. All right. Exactly. All right, guys. Let's do some energy work here. So let's call in our guides. And the like, we'll do our breath work, which I've been keeping up with. Have you guys, if you keep up with the breath work there, it'll release your nervous system and it'll keep it once it's released, each time you do the breath work, it stays released longer and it becomes more natural to the body. So for myself, I'm still doing the breath work, which we'll do this morning, just stunning as well. So let's take a moment here and call in our guides and angels and whatnot. So if you want to breathe in real quick, just to center ourselves. Suzette, good, dawning, beautiful, and amazing soul. And the Tootsie Roll, hi, how are you? We love you. And the favor that you guys are all warm out there. It's going to invert where you guys are going to get warm now and slightly, and we are going to get cold. So in the next 2 weeks here, enjoy the invert. So what comes around goes around, right? And we're supposed to get like 40 inches of snow over the next 3 weeks in the mountains here. So not here per se, we will get snow, but mostly in the mountains, which is great because had we not had that, yeah, it would be an interesting no driving in the mountain summer, right? Pretty much. They can't really do that, but they can greatly limit a lot of stuff, and so we need as much snow as possible to keep things moving here. I love doing. All right, so let's do some breath work, and what we're gonna do is breathe in. So again, 5 seconds, breathe in, hold it for 5 seconds, release your trauma. Second one, breathe in, hold it for 5 seconds, find your happy Gilmore place, right? Your happy place. Breathe in, hold it for 5 seconds, tell yourself you are safe, and at this moment. I'd venture that all of us here are pretty safe. I'm safe here in this basement. I'm sure you guys are all safe in your universes as well, at least at this exact moment. We're not talking about anything else because we're staying in presence, right? So we're not projecting into our futures and we're not dragging energies backwards to state our safety, right? Right this moment. If you're watching YouTube, you're sitting on a chair or you're in a car, you're safe. Pretty much. I didn't get a notification. That doesn't surprise me. YouTube, I only get about 40% of my notifications, if that. And for some channels, I get none. None whatsoever. So, yeah. So, like, I never would get a Truthwave notification. Not at all. Generally speaking. You just know what time it is, but just as an example. Speech interpretation and recognition interface. Siri. Oh, there we go. But, yeah. There's a video out there, you can find her. The Siri voice, the lady, like she spent like a month just recording every word. The, and, it, sit, cat, dog, literally for like a month. She just, but yeah. So the voice of Siri. But yeah. All right. So here we go. So we're going to do our breath work. So first breath, breathe in, hold it, and release. As you're releasing, of course, dump all your trauma. Second breath, breathe in, your happy place as you breathe out. My happy place is kind of like the island at the end of Trading Places, where they're sitting there with that in that little cove there with the boat. That's kind of like my place. Third is dumping, telling yourself you're safe. Breathe in, hold it, and as you breathe out, you are safe. Perfect. All right. So I don't know about you, but it's literally it's like snapback. I just like ugh. I feel more loose inside every single time I do this, and each time I do it, I feel more loose as time goes on. So I do it now. I'll do it about 3 or 4 o'clock, or if somebody cuts me off while I'm dashing or something, right? And then when I get home and de-stressed. If a lot of you, if you ever go home and then you sit in your car for a couple minutes, like listening to music or just breathing or whatever, that's your way of de-stressing if you realize it. So sometimes I'll do my breath that way as well. Like you don't get out of the car right away. You just kind of sit in the car and breathe and just relax for a minute. A lot of people do that, and that's like a way to shift and de-stress for a minute. So that's when I'll like at night, late at night, when I get back from my dash, that's when I'll do that too. Also be aware of what you say, Josh. Big Brother is always listening at this point. Yeah, well, if you know what they look like, I mean, you can see the flock cameras, and there's FLOCK, flock cameras, Big Brother, um, all over the place. But the city I'm in, they just canceled their flock contract, but then they picked up another contract to put. So the contract they picked up will put license plate readers, facial recognition, direct access to facial recognition, which sends you to the FBI database, crime database, red light cameras, speeding cameras, and illegal turn cameras. So yeah, so if you're speeding through the intersection, if you have a warrant through the intersection, if your plate has an issue through the intersection, if wait, what else? Yeah, exactly. They will zip zap you right up. And if you're speeding, or if you get caught in the intersection, like most places, you get a yellow, right? And you pull up a little bit, and if the light starts to change to red, then you turn left, right? And you just go, you clear the intersection. That's how I was taught to drive, right? You don't just sit all the way back on turning left. You pull up just enough so that you're either going to turn. It's illegal in Colorado. So when you get the light goes green and it goes yellow, you don't pull up, because if you pull up and it turns to red, then you get a ticket. So yellow means you actually have to stop within the intersection. Slow down to stop. You can't go through a yellow. So yeah, it's a lot different here, driving, and then they're going to put cameras up, so it makes it even more different because then you hit those cameras. But yeah, all right. So let's create some intentions. Actually, let's clear some energies here. So today being Tuesday, we cleared energies. Actually, we cleared energies yesterday. So let's set some intentions for today with the I am. There we go, and we will use the I am. Then we're going to do a channeling, and then I haven't put out all the energy here is a little weird, so I haven't put out all of my stones. I don't know if I want to per se until I'm out of here, but we will use the calcite, orange calcite, to work with today to bring in abundance and whatnot. Why I hate that's why you hate typing these 3-letter words, the red words, trigger a response. Why I hate. Yeah, there we. I am love. There we go. So relaxing and awesome. Yeah, I do that, Lotus. I do that 3 times a day. What I noticed is that it works. Just I feel like rubber. It just works. Otherwise, I've been tense since 2.5. So it's like unwinding a yo-yo. It's like unwinding, right? Uh, ah, Fatima, good timing. Fatima has a post. If you haven't seen Fatima's video, her and John did one like 24 hours of shoveling. Oh my gosh. But yeah, hi guys. Welcome, Fatima from Canada. Grateful. I'm my own state of being. There we go. All right, so let's do the I am. So what are we going to create today? Saint Germain, we are going to use the I am, right? And we are going to create. And we will probably use this I am as our channeling too, right? So grateful. Are you using the I am? Are you creating for yourself, right? What are you standing in? What does your I am? Are you standing on I am tired, right? So you go to bed then, right? You create the condition of tired, right? I'm hungry. What do? You feed yourself, right? Unless you are martyristic, right? And we played that game before, right? We are a lot of us here are martyrs to ourselves. So I'm hungry, but I'm not going to eat, right? But generally speaking, we use the I am to create conditions, right? To state what we are feeling and to create conditions to fix that or to fix eradicate that or to move into that energy, right? Or we use the I am, right? To see what we want, to project ourselves into the in our universe, to tell the universe, make a declaration, right, of what we are, who we are, what we are looking to become, and what we are looking to stand in, right? We can say the I am tired, right? And you're standing in tired, so you go to sleep. We use that example over and over because it makes so much sense. When you say I am tired, you don't jump in the shower. Well, you may to wake yourself up, but generally speaking, you aren't then going to start projects, right? You aren't going to go to the store to Sherman-Williams and grab some paint and start painting your walls, right? I am tired leads to a natural reaction, right? You wind down, you may sit on the couch, watch TV, you will generally eventually fall asleep, right? That is the natural. So if you are saying I am awesome, right, or I am grateful for the love in my universe, as an example, right? Then what are you going to do but start being love, right? You are going to create conditions then that bring love into your universe, right? You have to get you have to get that end, right? So I am grateful for the love. If you do not have a lot of love in your universe, you are declaring that there is love in your universe, right? You are standing in energy that may not be there right at that moment. But if you are standing in it in trust, this is where the I am comes in, right? Yourself, inside yourself, trusting your universe, right? I am. You will bring that into your frame. A lot of us, the reason why the I am doesn't work, right? You will say, I am grateful for whatever, right? I am wealthy. We'll use that as an example. And wealthy, we are not construing here. We are not looking for 4D 3D, right? We are not looking for 3D to like reward us or anything. We're not looking for that. What we are looking for, right, is to create conditions for our best universe. And if being wealthy is part of your best universe, right? Maybe you can help other people. Maybe you can bring things to the world that weren't here before. Maybe you can create something that's never been created before if you are wealthy, and you can help hundreds, if not thousands of people, right? So we are looking at that. We are construed that wealthy is bad, right? But it may not be. You have more flow. You have more choice. That is what we are getting at here. So I am grateful to be wealthy, right? And you say that, and you have ideas that want to help spiritually on the planet but cost money, right? So as long as you are not looking to, I am wealthy for myself, right? Bringing that funds into yourself. I am wealthy to bring it to me only, right? You get the idea. But if you are wealthy and you are carrying that energy out to help others, then there's nothing wrong with that. So if you are standing in frame and stating that, then you are really being that, right? You are carrying that energy forward, right? You are trusting in your universe and you are walking and you have a plan, right? Not just I am wealthy because I just want to feed myself, right? I'm wealthy because I want to do X, I want to do Y and Z, and that will help humanity, right? You carry that energy with you and you do not doubt. That's the problem is we doubt, right? We stand in doubt that the universe will provide. We stand in doubt that things will change. We stand in doubt that we are going to get what we want. We stand in doubt in general, right? And if we are standing in doubt, you're not going to get anywhere, right? We are going to create doubt energy. But if you are the I am and you understand what the I am is, I am wealthy, right? Boom. Nothing more. I am a better walking example of source on earth, right? There you go. That's even, you could say that, right? And what is going to happen is you are going to eventually, may take some time, but consciously, right? You're going to start aligning yourself to be better source, right? You're to be a better version of yourself on planet Earth as you are walking around. That is the idea. And if you are an understanding of what we are doing here, then you will get what we are doing and get the idea, right? You are the I am. So what generally happens is that you are taking your past experiences and your future doubts and merging them into your I am, right? I am wealthy, right? Or I am grateful to have enough to share with the others, right? To create something that I can share, right? There you go. So in your universe, though, if you have not that kind of funds, are you going to be standing in that energy per se? You have to have a lot of trust, right? You have to let go. A lot of you do not do so. You will not let go. You will stand in that old energy and go, but I've never had that before. What's to say it's going to happen now? Ha! I am wealthy. Prove it, right? And you are being sarcastic or rude to our universe. These things will not come in if you are being that way to your universe. When you are saying that you are wealthy, you are being more spiritual, whatever it is. I am loved more than right? And so have to let yourself go. You have to release. And a lot of you do not release. You stand in, where is it? The moment, all right, I am wealthy. 20 minutes later, I do not see anything changing. And you are like, what? So you have to let things happen as well, right? And of course, you have to erase your doubts and stand present. A lot of you do not do that, right? So when you are utilizing the I am, you are utilizing the I am from a broken energy, from the energies of I am, and I've never been, right? So you are standing there going, I am wealthy, but I have never been wealthy. So how? Prove it. How are you going to make me wealthy, universe? Really? Show me, right? And you are standing there in that sarcastic kind of kiss my ass energy, so to speak, right? It's not going to work for you. When you are standing in presence, you have to let go and trust. You have to trust in your higher self and realize that this is what you are wanting through your realize, not your traumatized, and that if you stand in your real eyes, in your clear energy, and you look past your traumas, and you look at everybody else who is generally getting what they want, right? Generally speaking. We all struggle to some aspect, but most of us generally build the life we want in some aspect. We may not be perfect, but right? So if you are having troubles with that, why are you deflecting that energy? Why are you not allowing it to come in? And that is something you have to look at inside yourself, be it old trauma patterns, worthiness issues. We all know to an extent, generally, at least what would shift our universes, make us better, bring our lives into more alignment, more helpfulness, more love, right? Exactly. So it is your job to bring those conditions into your universe, right? By allowing, by letting go, by standing present, right? And by realizing, again, through your realize, not your lying eyes, right? Who and what you really are. So if you are an understanding of all of that, right? We are very grateful. So from your end, when you say I am, right? I am tired, right? Generally speaking, 20 minutes later, you are asleep. I am hungry. You will find yourself in the kitchen. I am wealthy. Where do you find yourself? I am more spiritual. I am grateful to have a better connection with Source, right? Where do you find yourself when that happens? Do you find yourself meditating? Do you find yourself grounding? Do you find yourself helping others? Or do you find yourself going, I don't know, I am not worthy of having more connection with Source. Really, I'd like to, but I am not worthy. I don't know how to have more connection with Source, right? It's up to you to see how you choose these things, right? You are standing in the energy that you are choosing. And if you are standing in energies wanting one thing, but not pushing to attain it, right? Not allowing it to come through, you are going to get what you get, right? Saint Germain loves you. So I am having a great day, right? Stand in that. Something comes in and ruins your moment, realize it's just a moment, but see the bigger picture, right? Break the energy. Clear it away. You don't have to own that energy. What we are talking about here is how you are handling your energetics in your universe in general. This is all about your energy in the bigger dance, right? So when things come in, do you allow it to destroy your I am at that moment? Oh, my boss yelled at me, so I am having a bad day now. I am not worthy of having the good day that I want. I'm not worthy of a better connection with Source, right? Or do you come in and your boss comes in and yells at you and you use the tools, right? Oh, okay, you want to yell at me about my TPS reports, Bob. I break the energy. I clear you out of my space. I do the best I can. You are over picky, and I will discuss with you maybe where I need to be better, but I release your energy. I do not deserve to be yelled at. I am still having an awesome day, right? And you just go right past it. You release it and you stand in there. I am still awesome, still worthy of all the awesomeness that this day provides, right? Bob maybe had a bad day, right? Maybe somebody pissed in Bob's Cheerios this morning, right? And woke up on the wrong side of the bed, right? The hot water was all cold, right? And the cat maybe vomited on his shoe, right? And so as he gets in the car and it won't start, right? And then he gets to the traffic light and the traffic light and the traffic light and the traffic light. Then Bob walks into the office, right? And he has 80 emails and then he sees and he just pissed and he yells at you. You are the boom. You are the energy, the release for Bob, right? Energetic release. A lot of us are, right? If we don't control our own energies, we allow ourselves to be that energetic release, right? For others to dump on, right? So Bob comes and dumps all of his day, right? His Cat vomiting on his shoe, his car not starting for 5 minutes, somebody getting out of the wrong side of the bed, the cold shower that he could had to take, right? This, that, and the other. And so Bob starts yelling at you, but you absorb all of that. But you had nothing to do with any of that. And Bob's not really even probably pissed about your TPS reports. If you are an understanding of how this universe generally works, right? You are the target of easiest choice, right? The easiest energetic target because you are not in your presence, right? You see how this works, right? And you are giving your energy away, and you are Bob comes over and you cower in panic, right? And he's going to utilize you because he can get more losh, right? Energy. He can feel more superior, stronger as he crushes you to regain his universe. You understand how all this works. And we are starting to see that, right? See these things in your universe. Start seeing the energetic play, right? That is dancing around you, where Bob yells at you because his cat vomited in his shoe, right? Get the idea. We love you. I am having an amazing day. I am not allowing any Bobs to ruin my day. I am not allowing anything negative to ruin my day, and I am standing strong in the love of my day and myself. Releasing transmission. All right, hopefully that helps. Favorite energy. Sorry, it's like this head. It's kind of like a brain freeze, but not. It's weird. So realize through your realize, of course, that generally speaking, the I am, when you're using the I am, don't let anybody else take your I am, right? Bob comes in and yells at you, and then you get flattened out. Be Bob free. Well, sometimes we can't, right? I mean, even you may not have a 9 to 5, but you have a husband who can act like Bob, right? He's not your boss, but God no. But anybody in your universe could be a Bob, right? Anybody who you have to see on a daily, family, kids, coworkers, what have you, we're just using Bob as a boss, but anybody you have to interface with on a daily, right? Don't be a Bob, exactly, and don't take your energies, and yeah, exactly. That's the next thing as well. And that would be a whole nother channeling, right? When somebody pisses in your Cheerios, you center your energy and don't piss in their Cheerios back, right? Which is what we do, right? We generally try to bring people down to our emotional level, to wherever we're vibrating. So if we're in a terrible space, we want to bring that misery. We want to bring our miseries looking for your company, and so we're going to try to bring I'm going to try to bring you down to match my misery, right? We don't want to do that. All right, guys. Snatch. One of the first cards drawn today. Detachment. Detach from Bob's abuse. Be Bob free. Try to find a new job without Bob's. Well, that's not as easy to do as you think, because if your pattern is that your parents are like Bob, then you're going to find a Bob. If your pattern is your trauma patterns are having Bobs in your universe, having people that belittle you to regain their energy, and you allowed that, then most likely you will vibrate into a job that has a boss that belittles you to regain their energy. It's just what it is. Until you clear that trauma, you're going to vibrate up a boss that's going to be just exactly a match to the traumas that you have, right? To the trauma patterns that you have. Generally speaking, that's how it works, sadly. I used to work but I think we've all had a Bob in our universe in some fashion. Yeah. Best boss, though, was when I worked for Radio Shack, he was a biker and a cocaine addict. And so, or at least a cokehead. So it was always interesting to have 5 or 6 bikers in the back of the Radio Shack there. And yeah, to say the least. He never cared if I did anything, because he was in the back doing what he was doing, generally speaking, more often than not. So with his friends, and so yeah, in that aspect, inner work. I used to work for Bob. Yeah, all right, guys. So let's work with the citrine here, and then calcite. Sorry, and then we will close out with the group hug real quick. So we're going to use this to work in the I am to clear anything that anybody else that wants to take away our I am, right? So any energies that come in from, we're going to use this to, of course, abundance as well. Any oranges bring in abundance. But we're going to utilize this to block other people's piston Cheerios energies, right? So any energy that we don't want, anybody who's trying to take away your I am, we're going to utilize the citrine here, or calcite, to do so. So here we go. With your permission, and of course, Energetics only works with your permission. If you're ever doing the doom scrolling on YouTube there through the shorts, and you come into somebody just automatically throwing energy at you, seal it and flip one, right? Like we see people doing that Reiki, and they're not even asking. They're just like, we're clearing from you right now. It's like, wait a minute, did I give you permission to do that? No. I closed that. Flip. All right, guys. So tomorrow we will be live as well. And the Thursday, basically an hour after Good Dawning, I will go live with Oracle, cards, and channeling, one-on-one sessions. Donations accepted, but there's no charge or anything. And it works better if we separate it from Good Dawning. The last one, that video itself got 140 views, and then the combined only got 108. So we separate it and make it a separate video. And I will endeavor today, Helene, to do a ramblings as well while we're out and about. We're going to hit the computer here in a bit and then get out this afternoon. And favor as the world turns here. So yeah, so again, just keep in mind as of March 6th, there no more Discord. If you want to continue on the Discord, if we get a consensus that we all want to upload our driver's license to Discord, which I'm not inclined to want to do, I can get it when I have to AI recognize myself through DoorDash. That's fair, because DoorDash, what'll happen is DoorDash, people, they share the app, and that's not legal. Like they'll just hand somebody a phone, or they'll download DoorDash and then have you log in under them, and then yeah, so that's not cool. But so DoorDash, it's under, and plus you're showing up people's houses. That's like respect. I can deal with that. But yeah, not to just text online. So. All right. So as we pick off the energies here, we're gonna also do one quick item here. We're gonna call in the Violet Flame and clear off anything that anybody else's pissed off Cheerios, so we can start fresh. And we will do so after we finish this, because it's a little too much to do this and the Violet Flame, and then we'll close up. Push some energies here. All right, let's seal this off. And you may see me do a live once where we just do energetic work. So I may do that too. I'm coming up with ideas and things that stick to the wall. But I know Henny had mentioned more ramblings and more drive and talk, so we will definitely do that. Not in the mountains, since they're about to get feet and feet and feet and feet, 20 feet of snow in the next few days, and then another 20 feet. So, but yeah, grateful. All right, guys, seal that off. Let's real quickly use the Violet Flame. So if you want to turn it on, you can use the dial, or just I invoke the Violet Flame, and we turn it on. I invoke the Violet Flame. I want to clear energies, any residue energies that have taken me out of my I am. We utilize the Violet Flame today to clear any other resonant energies as well. We utilize the Violet Flame today to clear out any of our old trauma patterns that may want to come up, so we stand strong in the I am today and create. So we turn on the Violet Flame, and we can feel it. And if you close your eyes, and if you really get into it, you can feel the Violet Flame spinning around you, so we allow the Violet Flame to work. You can turn it off whenever you choose, just by saying I turn off the Violet Flame, or turn the gas dial down. I'm going to leave my Violet Flame on for a minute, and I can feel it in my lower chakras. I don't know if you can, but yeah, so here we go, guys. We're going to close out with a group hug otherwise, but yeah, thank you guys for being here. We will be live again tomorrow, and yeah, so I don't know if today's Tuesday, so it's Teresa, Wounds to Wisdom, should be live for sure. Obviously Victor, and anybody else, I am not sure. First, she's live. It's there's no specific time frame on Tuesday, so keep your bells lit for that. I know we'll see Tina and a few of you guys over there if she is live. Grateful. And yeah, that's about it. But keep moving forward. So what are you looking to create today? Let's make one statement. And before we end this with the group hug here, we're going to create one statement. And whatever it is, it's going to be unique to you. You don't have to hold yourself to it per se, because maybe it's larger than you want, but then something you can just do today. But let's create something. Are you with me? So today I am creating, and for me, a path towards stabilizing, right? Whatever that is, however that looks. But what are you creating in your universe? Today I am creating, fill it in. All right, guys, group hug. Love you, Fatima. Grateful. Stay warm, and we love you. amazing soul. And all right, guys, so here we go. Join me. All right. We take our arm up and put my left arm up to the person to your left. We're going to take our right arm up and put it to the person to your right. We take our heart chakra out of our left hand here. And love that we have for each and every one of us out of our left hand, we're going to send it through and around to each and every one of us here in the chat. So I take my love and I send it out through my left hand. And as my heart goes around, it goes through each and every one of your hearts. And as you send your hearts, it goes through each and every one of our hearts as well. And as we spin around and get faster and faster, like the large atoms in the Large Hadron Collider there, we combine in the one larger heart. And as our hearts combine and spin up in the one bigger heart, we take that love that we have for each other and Mother Gaia and each and everyone on this planet and connect it like a reverse tornado, chink, into the greater source field. And we see everybody in the greater source field in love and peace. And we see everybody here in love and peace. And we see everybody today standing in the I am. See everybody today not allowing others' energies to take us out of the I am, to take us out of what we want, and to take us into or back into our trauma pattern. We see each and everybody utilizing the chalkboard method of breaking the energies as they come in that are not needed in our universe, utilizing the breath techniques of clearing our, dumping our trauma, standing in our happy place and realizing that we are generally safe, right? We are. And standing in that and seeing that and allowing for that safety to come in. We rebuke and reject anybody else's negative energies today as we stand in the I am, allowing for ourselves to create what's best for us today in presence, in centered presence, in our highest self, blocking out any bobs or any other energies that are not needed and that are taking us out of our centered I am presence. We see what we are looking to create. We see the finish line and we stand strong in those energies. We disallow any Bob or anybody else to come into our frame to take our energies and to redirect us from our I am today. We stand strong in that and we call in our guides, our angels, source, and our soul family and ancestors to help protect us and guide us in that energy into the I am, into what we are looking for today, deflecting all of those naysayers and those who are having a bad day. There we go. Of course, we see Mother Gaia with no X's or O's in her sky, and we see Mother Gaia as well with no forever chemicals or plastics in her waters and soils, as we would like to be able to live on her surface as long as possible. With that, we say hallelujah. So it is, and so it shall be. Whew. Sealed. All right, guys. Don't let anybody piss on your Cheerios today. You stand in your I am, and if they come back, if you get a Bob in your universe, Bob, I love you. Clear you out of my frame. I got things to do. There you go. You don't have to take it. You don't have to own it. All right, guys. Have a great day, everyone. So great spending time with each of you. Love you. Karma, Bonnie, little witchy one, Tina, amazing. You guys are all awesome and grateful. And we keep on trucking here. We've all had the discussion and it will not be brought up again. The show will continue. The Discord will not. And we will figure out from there. But as of March 5th, Discord go bye-bye. I'm not even going to try to get in it on March 6th to delete it because I don't have to upload my ID just to get back in, right? You do realize that. So as of March 6th, you're locked out unless you upload your ID. Anyways, how to kill a business in five minutes flat. Ask Discord. All right, guys. Yeah, because none of them are going to want to do that, right? Can you imagine? You're 14, you got to go get a government-issued ID just to get on Discord. That ain't going to happen, right? Generally, you wait till you're 16 and get an ID. I love you all. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tina. Guys, I love each and every one of you, and thank you for being here. Thank you. All right, guys, grateful. I will see you in the ether out there somewhere in the YouTube land. Otherwise, look. All right, damn it, I'm going to have to box myself. Later today, sometime at some point in some channel here, I will have a ramblings posted as well. So we got to get this moving here, right? And we got to get more. And yeah, with what YouTube's doing, if I don't post shorts, then we'll end up getting kicked out of the algorithm at some point. So that's actually the case. So we got to post some more shorts as well. So I will be doing so because otherwise I will fall out of the algorithm, literally, because that's how they're algorithmically setting up YouTube now is through shorts. Okay. There we go. All right, so keep an eye for those as well. So there may be real shorts, original shorts, or generally I go into the channeling or the Good Dawning and find something pretty relevant. But otherwise, guys, I love you. Stay awesome because you are. And I'll see you all in the next beautiful souls. Thank you. Hour 15 minutes exactly. Perfect.